So recently, Elsplashed announced the release date of the Archives update indoors, and with that came a lot of new entities. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining exactly who every new entity is and what they do. So first off, we have maybe the most hyped entity in the entire update, Honcho. And Honcho actually has had a lot of changes in his development cycle, because when we first saw him, he had a blue shirt and brown pants, but now, as we can see here, a white shirt and blue pants. And the name Honcho actually has a hidden meaning. Honcho comes from the term head honcho, which actually refers to a person being in a high rank or in charge of something. For example, in the archives, he could be in charge of the office rooms he is found in, which could mean he runs the archives, kinda like how the figure runs the hotel. There's also speculations that Honcho will get some chasing throughout the archives, so I'm pretty hyped for what Honcho could possibly do in the archives. The next entity is actually just a rework of the A90 entity, but don't skip yet, because the A90 actually has been changed to an almost completely new entity. The new name is Ransom, which is a spin-off from a malware called ransomware, which means that something from you will be encrypted, but if you pay a certain amount, you will get your stuff back. Ransom kinda does the same thing. He will infect your items, and if you pay a large amount of gold, you'll get it back. He also still appears and makes you stop, or else he'll attack you, like shown here. The next entity is actually still unnamed, but we know enough about them to make a good guess on what they do. They are these black humanoids, as you can see from the trailer here, and they appear all over the archives randomly, and they seem to not do anything except just stand there. But what they do is, once you walk into them, they'll attack you. That is everything we know about these guys. The next entity is actually a really mysterious character, as shown in the trailer. It is also unnamed, but what it does is it blocks doors with these blue vines, and there will be a giant flower in the middle, almost like you need a key or something to open the door with this flower. But what makes this entity really special is the flower the entity is based on, the Forget-Me-Not flower, which is a flower that typically resembles love, remembrance, and memory. And since in the trailer it shows these questions as who am I or why am I here, these flowers might mean there's a clue behind the door it sits, since they were historically used as tokens of remembrance. The next entity is also still unnamed, and it is a TV screen which displays a number and says now serving, which might mean the player will get a specific number, and this entity only attacks you if it lands on your number. There really isn't much more we know about this guy, so I'm gonna move straight to the next entity, which is literally in only 2 scenes in the entire trailer. It seems to be a rework of A60. Also, not much is known about this entity, but he will probably be just like A60, but a little bit different. Now the next entity seems to be a pale figure with 3 pointed toes, which is speculated to be the figure from the face painting found in the outdoors, as you can see here. But we don't know for sure yet, since this is purely a theory. And the next entities are not really entities, but they still qualify, technically. First off, from this entity, we have literally only seen his hand, and the only thing we know about him is that he has 4 fingers. And last but not least, we have these papers which appear in clusters and project eyes. They are seen scattered around the archives and are likely connected to the shadowy entities, possibly being indicators of them being there or coming there. And that is everything we know so far about the entities in the archives update. Let me know what you think about these entities and what you think they'll do. 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to these random subscribers who did, and see you.